Hi, I'm Gary Westby, K&L Wine Merchant Champagne Buyer, and today we're doing a staff tasting for all of our sales staff here on Champagne, and I thought that I'd share with you what we all will be tasting today. We're starting the tasting off today with the Frank Bonvie selection, which is 100% Chardonnay, all estate grown from Avi's, Cramel, and Auger vineyards. Interesting thing about this wine, half of it is reserves. So about half of it is from 2007, and the other half is a combination of 06, 05, and 04. The Elizabeth Goutorb is a relatively new direct import for us and is a blend of 80% Pinot Noir, 15% Chardonnay, and 5% Meunier. Again, all from estate vineyards, and like the Bonvie, both of these are stainless steel fermented wines. The two that we're tasting from Leclerc-Briand, both the Extra Brut here and also the 04 Divine, are interesting in that they are biodynamically farmed wines, done to the highest organic standards. And the 04 from an extraordinarily exciting, taut, bright, vibrant vintage, perhaps the most classic champagne vintage that I've had the good fortune to taste since they were first fermented as Vin Clairs. With champagne warming up, we're getting fewer and fewer of these classic higher acid vintages. Then we're going to be doing the 05 Loriot from our friend Michel Loriot, who is the president of the Independent Vignerons in Champagne. And this is a blend of 80% Meunier and 20% Chardonnay from their vineyards, which are all in the little village of Festany. This is neither stainless steel nor wood. It is actually all done in the old enamel-lined iron tanks, which a lot of producers hang on to because they don't like the reactivity of stainless steel nor the oxidative influence of oak. Then we move on to the whole lineup from Margay, starting with the Brut, going to the 2006 vintage, then to the non-vintage rosé, and finally to the 07 rosé. We're now starting to see with these two non-vintages, which are based on the 08 vintage, a return of some estate fruit into the Margay wines. For a long time, they had lost their vineyards to a predatory contract that was later annulled in arbitration, but now they have their own estate vines back and are using some of them in these non-vintage wines. The 06 Brut vintage as well as the 07 Rosé are a roll call of all of the most fancy shishi growers that you could imagine. I don't want to be indiscreet until I get to Champagne and ask Benoit if it's okay to talk about who they are, but some really, really high quality fruit in there. The 07 Rosé being very interesting in that it has not only Saignée elements, since all of the Pinot Noir in this blend saw skin contact, but it also has an addition of red wine. So he does a small Saignée to get the maximum flavor out of all of the Pinot Noir, and then also adds Ambonnet Rouge to the wine. I think, to me, this is one of the best rosés that we have at any price. And for folks who really like to taste the rosé, hard to beat. We're ending the tasting today with the flight of the Paillard wines. Pierre Paillard doing unbelievably exceptional work. This producer has 15 hectares. It's all Grand Cru. It's all in the village of Bouzy. Really amazing land holding for any house to have. I'm sure that they would be. The land is very sought after there, but not only that, but it's almost all Massal selections. So there's very little cloned material in their vineyards. They have a lot of old vines. This is the land where Pinot Noir is king, south-facing Montagne de Reims terroir. And these wines are some of the most serious that we stock at any price. The non-vintage is a blend of 60% Pinot Noir, 40% Chardonnay. The 2002 is half and half Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and has a very long life in front of it. Now at 10 years old, it's barely starting to drink. And the rosé is one of the highest proportions of Chardonnay in a rosé that we have in the store. It's actually 70% Chardonnay, 23% Pinot Noir that's vinified white, and just 7% Boozy Rouge. So that's what the staff's tasting today. It's a tough job, but somebody has to do it. Thanks for taking the time to watch.